The Premier League is failing. The Premier League is failing. It is a disgrace that yet again, a top 6 team, 2 top 6 teams are facing off against each other in a tight game where the whole world is watching. Rival fans, neutral fans, haters like myself, I'm an Arsenal fan, are tuned into this game to enjoy a game of football. But yet again, we are coming out. Instead of talking about team tactics, instead of talking about other things that could have influenced the game, we are talking about the referee and VAR again. Just like it has happened against us, it has happened against other teams, happened against Liverpool last season. It is embarrassing that this is what we're talking about yet again. A red card that was never a red card. Now, was it silly from Bruno? 100%. Was he reckless from Bruno? 100%. But did he endanger the player? Was it with full force? Absolutely not. Bruno actually slipped and caught him with the heel, not studs. It wasn't a dangerous tackle. There was no force in that tackle. So how does a referee see that tackle in the pitch and decide that it's a red card? And not just that, they view it from all sorts of angles in the VAR box with the ability to replay, pause, slow-mo, all of that. They see that and decide that that is foul play. That is endangering the opponent. How do they do that? How are these people getting away with this week in, week out? It is a disgrace. Listen, this is not my issue. My issue, I don't like any of these teams. But my issue is in the game. The game is being ruined every time by referees. It was 1-0. Anything could have happened. Manchester United were not playing well up until that point. I understand. But ultimately, he gave Manchester United almost no chance to get back into the game. And it is unacceptable. Every time this keeps happening and they just keep getting away with it. Last weekend, it was us. This weekend, Manchester United. Who will it be next weekend? This is how we think now as fans. This is how we think now as neutrals. We love this league. Why is this the case every time? Now, onto Manchester United and Bruno Fernandes. It was a silly tackle. It's not what your captain should be doing, but he was trying to simply stop a counter-attack. Yes, he wasn't playing well up until that point, but he did not deserve to be booted out of the game. He did not do anything that required him to be sent off. The referee just wanted to be the man of the show yet again. But Manchester United fans, I must say, it might be time to let Ten Hag go. And I'll point this out, and you let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section, please. And subscribe if you're new, by the way. It is unacceptable to know who Tottenham are. To know how they set up, to know how they start the game with that scattered attack. They just bomb forward every time. It is shameful that your manager, who seemingly prepared for this game, he must have, right? He knew this, yet you counter it with another scattered performance, with another scattered system. Where did Rashford start this game playing? Left, right? What was going on there for that goal? What was going on for those first 5 minutes? Why were they so scattered? The Ugarte thing in the middle, what was the plan? What was the MANutd situation? What was supposed to happen? And in the first 2 minutes, you can't even get one of your best players in Dalot. I know a lot of Manchester United fans rate him highly, and every time I watch him, he seems to be giving his all the time. How do you explain him in the first 3 minutes? How do you explain him walking back while Brennan Johnson is bombing forward to get the tap in? How do you explain the lack of focus so early in the game? He's not tired. You can't say he's fatigued. You can't say maybe he got kicked in the leg and he's still trying to process all of that. None of that. He was just not ready. Do you blame the player? Maybe, because he should know better. Or do you blame the manager who just let these players go and maybe they don't buy into his ideas anymore because of so much failure? Maybe it could be any of these. But I feel like it is unacceptable, the system that Manchester United started this game with. You know better. You watch these games. You must have watched several Tottenham games. You must have watched the Arsenal game to at least have an idea how a big team faces off against a team like Tottenham with the system that they have under Ange. Putting myself in the Manchester United fans' shoes right now, because this has happened to us fairly recently. You would want to be angry with Ten Hag. You would want to blame the system fully. But you think about the fact that this manager could have tweaked something. Maybe you want to be fully angry with one person. You want to find who to blame and stick to that. But yet, You have to be mad at a freaking referee whose job is to only officiate the game, whose job is not to make himself the center of attention, but he seems to do that. And that is the dilemma of the Premier League. That is what the PGMOL is allowing happen, with no punishment for referees for making terrible calls, or with officials in the VAR booth who don't know anything about the game. Because you can't tell me you've played the game and you understand, and yet you make such an insane call like that. Now, Tottenham fans are dancing, screaming, loving life. Of course they should. I get it. They can't see it from my perspective or United perspective. I'm not a neutral. I'm an Arsenal fan. I hate both teams. I can see this from a lens of a game being ruined for myself. I wake up early to watch these two good teams play and to enjoy the game. But again, it's ruined. It is ridiculous. Bruno has come out and taken full responsibility of what he did, even though he didn't think it was a red card, and rightly so. But he let his team down. He let his players down by making such a silly tackle. And I know I have some Manchester United fans here with one of my recent videos where I talked about Manchester United. A lot of you like Bruno Fernandes. Let me know your thoughts about what you feel about him, particularly today. Because his performances, even before he got sent off, from my perspective, it seemed like he was so ashamed that things were not working and he just got frustrated and wanted to stop a counter. But unfortunately for him, we had a diva as the referee today who wanted all the attention. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm not going to lie, watching the images at the end of that game, 3-0 loss at Old Trafford, seeing those fans being destroyed by the rain and they're just there, hands on their head, just feeling so much pain. I kind of felt sorry for them. For someone who hates Manchester United, I just feel like fans deserve better. At least they know who to be angry at. But they're just there fully sad. Yes, things have not been good at the United ground for a while. I know that. But I feel like today they were robbed of an opportunity to at least celebrate something or to watch the team. They spent loads of money to come out there. It should not be decided by the referee. It should be fully decided by the players on the pitch and the managers who are setting their team up. I'm a gunner. I'm loving life right now. I love my Arsenal through and through, and I'm happy with where we are right now. And hopefully we win the league this season. But I'm also a football fan, and I can't stand these diva referees. I can't stand terrible officiating in something that's supposed to be leading the entire leagues in the world. They have the terrible refs who never are held accountable for terrible decisions. It is frustrating as a football fan. It really is. Now, it almost seems like you come into games expecting a referee to steal the limelight, expecting bad calls. Someone actually suggested that the VAR, the PGMOL, shouldn't be part of the refereeing federation. They should be completely divided. They should be independent entities who are not here to back themselves up. Because what it seems like is happening right now is that whatever call a referee makes, the PGMOL, their sole duty, because they are united, is to defend the referees. And you cannot have that. There's no effectiveness in that. They'll just tell us excuses upon excuses, even when it's clearly poor. Like the decisions that Arsenal have been having this season. The inconsistencies. All we hear is excuses. Nobody's being punished. They almost encourage these referees, do whatever you want. It's almost like they tell these referees, make a decision, I will back you up. I will do everything I can, even when it makes no sense, to defend you, to back it up. It is crazy that this is how games are being decided now. It really is insane. I'm sick of it. I am sick of it, and I know you guys are too. Please leave your thoughts on this video in the comment section. It truly helps to push this video forward. If this is your first time here, please click the subscribe button. To be an honor to welcome you into this community. Have a blessed week. Take care. God bless. Peace.